So this is a question that a number of children have struggled with. In part of a food web, cats eat mice and birds. Birds also get eaten by owls and foxes, who also eat squirrels. And then it's got some more information. So when I do this question, I'm going to be thinking about what animal gets eaten. And I'm going to create a sentence where the animal that gets eaten is going to be at the beginning of my sentence. That's going to be my opening sentence. So let's look at the first bit. In part of a food web, cats eat mice and birds. So what gets eaten? From that first bit, we can see that mice get eaten. Who do they get eaten by? They get eaten by cats. So mice get eaten by cats. We also know that birds get eaten by cats. Now I've dealt with that first part of the sentence. It also tells me that birds also get eaten by owls, so I need to add owls there, and foxes, so I need to add the foxes, who also eat squirrels. So before we go any further, let's think about when they say the word who is being referred to? Because in this question you've got mice, birds, owls, and foxes. Those are the animals that have been mentioned so far. So who is the who? Well, in actual fact, we know that who is always the noun in front. So in this case, when we say who, we're talking about the foxes. If it was a person, it would be the person just mentioned before the word who. It's the noun in front. So from this next bit of the sentence, it says, let me just go back and read it to the last comma so it's really clear in my mind. Birds also get eaten by owls and foxes. We can see that. Foxes who also eat squirrels. So what gets eaten here? We know it's squirrels. So I'm going to pop my squirrels in. Squirrels get eaten by foxes. Going to insert that bit. Now I've dealt with that bit of the sentence. Now it's telling me about owls. Owls also eat mice. So what do I do with that? I'm going to add that to my very first line because that was to do with mice. Then it tells me that owls eat mice who share their plant food with squirrels and flies. That's not relevant. I'm going to ignore that bit of information. Now it tells me flies are eaten by birds. So what gets eaten? Flies. We're referring to flies. Flies are eaten by birds. I've got that bit. And spiders. So I need to pop the spiders in there. That are in turn eaten by birds. So spiders get eaten by birds. Okay, so now the question is, which two creatures are eaten by one other creature? Well, it can't be mice because mice get eaten by cats and owls. And remember, we're looking for two creatures in our list. We've got to find two of them that are only eaten by one other creature. And it can't be mice because they get eaten by both cats and owls. Let's look at birds. Can't be birds because they get eaten by cats, owls, and foxes. And that's three animals. Here we go, squirrels. Squirrels are only eaten by foxes, so that's one of our options. Flies get eaten by birds and spiders, can't be birds and spiders. And the last one is spiders. Spiders get eaten by birds, so that's that other animal that gets eaten by just one other creature. So going back to the question that we're being asked to answer, which two creatures are eaten by one other creature? Those two creatures eaten by one other creature are here. We can see squirrels because they're only eaten by foxes, spiders because they're only eaten by birds, and that's why our answer is the second answer in the option, squirrels and spiders. I hope that clarifies any misunderstanding about this question. When you do a lot of these questions, you get used to them, and you also get used to the varied different ways in which you can answer them. So this was a good strategy for this question. On another occasion, you might decide to draw a number line, you might have a little diagram, you might create a table, you might be able to do quite large parts of the question in your head, but doing them is what helps you to get better. If you have any other queries or questions, then please do come back to me and let me know.